The views and opinions of the host and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Gentlemen, take your marks. Set.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday, the 5th of July, 2022, and you will have something that you probably haven't heard before. And we're talking about Track World with Alpheus Finlayson on Guardian Radio 96.9. And my brothers and sisters, great is thy faithfulness. O God, my Father, there is no turning with thee. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen around the world. Welcome to Track World on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We are on our way to the 500th episode. And welcome to those persons who are watching and listening on several platforms. And I must mention some of those people who are watching. There are about 391 people. And the first one that started watching and listening is none other than Jillian Ferreira. And then we're talking about Brenda DeVoe. She has to have some relationships with me. And then Brenda Lee Gibson. And then Doreen Rowe. At this time, those are the people who are watching. And as I continue, as I say, there are all kinds of platforms and all of that. And unfortunately, my co-host, Philippa Arnett, is not able to attend this. And to be on the show. She is going to be listening, and she may be able to say one or two things. As usual, Edric Poitier is, we see him on the show. And I hope you can answer some of those things that you normally are able to do that. Well, Track World is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited, Arrowback Homes, Sunshine Insurance, my bestseller book from Vancouver to Athens. 50 years of Bahamian International Track and Field Competition. Vaughn L. Culmer and Associates Brokers Limited. And I have been a financial services representative at Kalina Insurance for more than 42 years. Well, of course, I am not old, but I really enjoy what I do. My daughter, Alexis Hannah, is my business partner, and we are the A-team And the first A is for Alpheus, and the second is for Alexis Hannah. Kalina has health insurance, Kalina General, and we have a love affair with our clients. And I can be reached at 432-9961 and Alexis Hannah at 467-0372. And now we will go to our first break. And when we return, we're going to, when we return, we're going to take a break and then come on back.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
I am Bernard F. Hanna. All of you should know me as this thing. I've got the very first copy from Vancouver to Athens. You know, I'm so excited because to be the one to have the first copy, I know what it was for Hawk for over the years, his dedication and his excitement, his commitment to bring this bestseller book to us. And I'm excited to have in my possession not only one copy, but two copies from Vancouver to Athens. 50 years of Bahamian International Track and the Field Competition. This is great stuff. So I'm urging all of you to get your own copy. You could get it from Logos in the Harbor Bay or Nassau Stationers on Rosetta Street, or Chapter 1 at COB, or at Coral News and Gifts in the domestic section of the Linden Pinland Airport. Let me tell you, man, you will never regret it. This kind of information that you get in this book is really invaluable. It's just terrific stuff. Good sports history, true and factual, you know. So I urge you, just go and get it and keep a copy and even give your friends a copy. And you know, more than one reason I am more excited about having this book. Look at page 200, and you will see me there in live and living color performing. Number 200, you will see Bernard F. Hanna performing, and that is my fulfillment, one of my big fulfillment of having this book.
The Access Accelerator Small Business Development Center is here to help small businesses throughout the entire Bahamas. To better serve you, we've made it easier to contact us. Call 461-7232, WhatsApp 359-0626 or 359-2394, email helpdesk@spdcbahamas.com, or submit a ticket when you visit our help center at accessaccelerator.org. The Access Accelerator, empowering small business.
My friends all around the world, well, I will tell you that we're going to have a great show, ladies and gentlemen. I give shout-outs to Judy Curry for excellent customer service at Scotiabank at Bahama. And then we have giving shout out to somebody else. You know, I am in the food store out west, and I thought that I knew somebody who used to be in the studio here assisting me. And he was a Robinson. But he said he is Robinson. And I'll tell you this. Dion Robinson listens to Track World every opportunity he gets. He is related to the Thomas Augustus Robinson. And that's what I am talking about. And, well, of course, I really appreciate those people who listen and watch. It makes a difference. I really appreciate you. And then, talking about the Caribbean Games, you know, we just had the Caribbean Games, and we had a lady called Shima October. She does the javelin, and she won the gold medal. Isn't that something else? I didn't want to give you the feet and inches and all of that. Is the fact that they won a gold medal. Second one is Oscar Smith, and he won the silver medal in the 400-meter hurdles. And then the silver with Megan Moss, who runs the 400 meters, the 400 meters. And then we're talking about the sixth, it was Daniel Strawn. I may wish to indicate who that is, Daniel Strawn. And can we we have a couple of guests here. Can you let them come in, please? And as I say, I mean, this show will be something else. I see. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Come on, sit in. Well, what I did say is that I had to apologize for Philippa, but she is here. I am shocked and amazed. Now, the name that I mixed up was, who got 6? Was he 6? Daniel Strawn. Can you remember? Well, it's not a big thing. But what is so interesting is a guy called Mondo de Plas in Stockholm. He did 6.16 meter, and that is a world record. Mondo, yeah, that's Duplantis. I have Duplas, but Duplantis. This was in Stockholm. Now, going from there, ladies and gentlemen, Philippa knows the lady. You know the lady, the NC2A champion. And we're talking about Kentucky. We talked about it before, right here.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, but something is more than interesting for her. Well, she ran at Kentucky. What event did she run?
The 100 and the 200.
Okay, the
But
100
she can
and
also run a
200.
good 4.
Okay, well, let me say this.
She's
She's now a
gone
pro.
That's right.
She's
gone
now a pro with a 2.4.
2.4.
No, I'm talking about
2 million Puma.
2 million Puma. And it's coached by who?
Who do you think? The Bahamas greatest?
Somebody-
One of the Bahamian
one of the
greatest.
Bahamians.
One
Don't
of the
say that.
Before
Don't
I
say
get in
that.
trouble.
You'll get in
One of.
For somebody who went to our school.
One of the Bahamian
He didn't go to
greatest.
our school.
Right.
So that is something else. Now, what we're doing now is talking about the athletes and the team. Okay, the athletes and the team. We're talking about
World Championship?
at the World Championships. Samson Colebrook, he had already graduated from Purdue, and he's formerly coached by Norbert Elliott. And then Grand Bahamas 100 meter. What do you call it? Champion Terrence Jones. And then we go, we have somebody, he's from Grand Bahama. And the rest of the team consists of Stephen Gardner, 400 meters, and the mixed relay. Laquan Nen, man, I thought last year he would have been ready to jump, and you know, some things happened, but now he is back. Laquan Nen in the long jump. What is the distance that he did?
8:22.
8:22. You know what is interesting? When you watch television, I watched a number of things over the weekend, and these fellas do this, that, and the next thing. But 8:22 is good. There's one person who has a better, but one person who probably has a better jump than Laquan.
You mean like from the
For the
Bahamas?
year?
No.
In the
Bahamas.
sport,
No,
in the Bahamas?
In the Bahamas, yes.
Is that
K1?
No. He has the best. There's nobody has broken his record. Boy, we forget people, eh?
Craig? Yes.
Craig.
Craig
Craig Hepburn. Yeah,
Pretty
Craig.
mad at me for that.
What school did he attend?
I don't know what school Craig. But he jumped like 8:40.
R.M. Bailey.
Yeah, he has the national record.
Yeah, correct, Craig. Yeah. And then we're talking about Stephen Gardner, the 400 and the mixed medley relay, the Quan long jump, and then there is a name here. Could I read this well? It starts with K. Why are you laughing? I am serious, you know. I don't
Man
joke.
himself, right here.
So
Ken Mullings.
Ken Mullings. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about you before we go. And then we're talking about Ethan Catherine, then Donald Thomas, the high jump, Alonzo Russell, the mixed relay, Bradley Dormius, the mixed relay, and I can't pronounce it well. Wayne.
Wanye.
Wanye.
Oh,
McCoy.
Wanye
McCoy.
For the mix.
McCoy.
He's for the mix.
McCoy.
Wanye. Okay. Oh, I didn't put the N in it. Anyhow,
He's a sophomore at Clemson.
sophomore at Clemson. Very good. So they are all with the mixed relays, and with the women, it is Anthony Strawn in the 100 meters and the 200, and the 4x4 it has relay, and then Shawnee Miller-Weibo, the mixed relay, and the 2 and the 400 meters, and then you have Tania Gaither, the 1 and the 200, and then Devin Charlton, the 100 hurdles, Denisha Anderson, the 4x4. I may say this incorrect again. Giovanna Valcourt, the mixed relays, Janae Ambrose, the 4x4 mixed relays, and the management consists of head coach Rupert Gardner, coaches Sean Miller, James Roll in the high jump specifically, and we're talking about Maybelline Miller, the manager, and Dion Britton, she is the assistant manager. Cindy Dorset is the team doctor. Faris Cooper.
That's Perez.
Perez.
P-
How do you spell it?
PH.
PH.
Perez.
Perez, okay.
I always call him Perez.
And the last
That's
name is,
Wisconsin.
and then the therapist, and that's a dean. Isn't that right?
Yeah, he's the therapist.
Okay, he's the therapist. Okay, so we're at this place. Let us talk about this young man, and then we'll go back to what we think we will do in Eugene, Oregon. Tell us about you. Let me say this. Tell us the events that you do in the decathlon. What is your best event, and what is your in-between event? I know every now and then you do things much better than you ever thought.
Well, my name is Ken James Mullings, and I do the decathlon for the Bahamas. I do the 100 long jump, short put, high jump, 400 meters on the first day. On the second day, we do the 110 hurdles, discus, pole vault, javelin, and the 1500 meters. For my best event points wise is the 110 hurdles, the 100 meters, and high jump.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I score about 950 to 1,000 points in those events.
Before you started that, what were your events?
High jump.
High jump.
I know. In my grifter, yes, I did only high jump and long jump. And then like my last year grifter is when I branched off to the decathlon.
So-
Orc at the time,
The
right?
Orc at the time,
Orc
yeah.
at the time, yeah.
Pardon me?
The octathlon at the Carifta level.
Oh,
we
yes,
did
yes.
8
But
events.
let me ask this. Were you related to James Roll?
Yeah, that's my great uncle.
Yeah, that's why. That's the thing. That is it. I could always remember that. I think Keith Parker was involved at some point.
When I moved back to the Bahamas, Keith Parker was my first coach.
Okay. Back to the Bahamas from where?
Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos?
sir.
Right round the corner.
Yeah, so I used to live in North Caicos.
Okay. I've been there once.
So you know about North
No.
Caicos?
Not really. I've been there once. My family, they are from Turks and Caicos, and there's somebody who lived. I always forget where it is, but they came to take Turks and Caicos. I know where they come from, and Don's family and all of them, they are from Turks and Caicos, and they came up to Grand Bahama and all of that. So you said what are your best events?
My best events is the hurdles, high jump, and the 100.
Okay.
Those are his strongest events. yeah.
Strongest.
Yeah, they're strongest.
So let me ask this. We're talking about Eugene, Oregon. When do you start? When did your competition start? Not at the start of the event, though.
You mean when the decathlon started over there?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It starts on the 23rd, 9 a.m. No, 9:30 a.m.
So which day? I mean, what I'm saying is that
That would be 7 days, 6-7 days in.
six,
in
7
the
days in.
competition.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Because the competition starts on the 15th.
Yeah, the competition starts on the 15th. but
Yeah.
The decathlons, we don't compete until the 23rd and the 24th.
Yeah, so
that's
he have
good.
some time. So what he'll do, he'll train up to them, prepare
Mm-hmm.
up to that time for those events. But I like to say,
I
for
think
Ken, this is a first for him.
Yes.
But,
so
but, but,
think-
but not just the first. Has any Bahamian ever
Well-
done
Yeah.
world
Yes.
championships?
No.
I'm talking about the Olympics or the world championships.
At the
No,
World and
no.
Olympics level, yeah. Ken Mullings, this will be the first. So
The
this is
first one.
actually
Yeah, the
history.
first one. Yeah, it is history.
This is history. Ken will be the first Bahamian to compete at the World Championship.
Why has it
for-
taken so long? You are what you call it?
I think they're being modest, Alpheus, because let me say this first.
Mm-hmm.
Ednal is here, Coach Ednal Roll. He's here talking, and he is the coach.
Mm-hmm.
He is Ken's coach and has been Ken's coach. I think Ken is also being modest. You always big up University of the Bahamas. He is a university.
nothing wrong
of the
with that.
No, I'm just saying. I tell he
University
needs
of
to
the
big it
Bahamas
up.
ain't just start, you know.
Oh, okay.
That's the top of
Listen.
Yes.
We're not even having that conversation. It's a great institution,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying he's sitting here. Most times we always talk about the collegiate athletes who are abroad. He is a homebred
Yes.
University, College of the Bahamas, University of the
Yes,
Bahamas
yes.
athlete. That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what I'm
Hallelujah,
saying.
and
they're
praise
being
the
modest.
Lord.
And,
Yes.
and Coach Ednal is also a coach
Yeah,
at University of the Bahamas.
But what did you do before you became a coach? People don't remember. People competed before. You competed before.
He's
and
Yeah,
people
competed
don't
before
remember.
too. He's a
Yeah.
Carifta athlete.
So that's what I'm saying. What did you do before?
Well, for
I
me, I
mean,
was
events,
my
events.
specialty was I did the 400 meter hurdles. My
That's what I'm
specialty was
talking
the
about.
400 meter hurdles.
Yes.
Yes, I competed at the Carifta level, double silver medalist, at the senior level up to Commonwealth Games in
Yes.
2006. So I'm All-American in the 400 meter hurdles. And, I ventured on to coaching where I first started at at Faith Temple. I started with Greg Cash, and then I moved on
Wait,
to...
I didn't know that.
moved on to the
I know about
family
Faith
violence
Temple.
in Exuma, and then to
Well,
C.R. Walker. and
Exuma,
now at the university. Exuma, Ellen Coakley.
That's where we come from. That's where we come from, Boston. but the school is right next to Morristown.
Yeah. But I'd like to say this, I know Philippa said that we're being modest, and it is unique that Ken started here at C.C. Sweeting. He went on to the University of Bahamas, and now at the senior level where he has won the decathlon at the senior NACAC and was afforded this opportunity to go to the World Championship to represent Team Bahamas. And, a lot of times we big up those who do it abroad, do it from the other colleges, but the fact that he's right here and he's been trained by the coaches here who would assisted him up to this point, James Rule, you have Amar Aubrey, who's now assisting him now. You have persons like
Mr. Cartwright,
Mr. Senior Cartwright, Senior Cartwright, who helped him in the jumps. The pole vault.
Even Shervin Deems.
Shervin Deems. All of these persons who helped develop him to get to this point. And then myself, of course, with the hurdles and
never
the
forget you.
running, the running events up to this point. So we can do it here at home, and it's been proving over the years. Where Philippa, who was a part of the 4x1 relay when the girls were the Golden Girls, you have persons like Tim Munnings, who trained home here, the director of sports. You have Carl Oliver. All these persons who trained here and were coached by Bahamians here. So while this is the first for Ken, it is not the first. We've had persons who have trained at home and made it on the world scene. Had success on the world scene.
I need to mention that we did have athletes who went to the United States.
Yes.
And then they came back and did their thing.
Yes.
Yeah. That's right.
Right.
So let me ask you this. We were talking about, go ahead.
We're talking about Ken. We're talking about Ken Mullins.
Yeah.
We have Ken Mullins in the house, the first decathlete for the Bahamas ever.
I want to ask him, because we talked about that earlier. We're talking about psychology and everything else. We have that. She's a therapist. So since Carifta, had we have anybody who assisted with psychology or psychiatry?
The psychological part of it.
Yes, it's very significant.
It is. That mental part of it is, of course, it's important. At this stage where this would be a first for Ken, while it's not the first for him to compete in the decathlon, but at this level where he's competing against the best in the world. So what I've decided to do, even though I was not selected as a national coach,
personal coach.
A national coach first, but yes. I'm saying I didn't. I will be going with him, as this would be his first time to actually prepare him, to compete at this level. So I feel it's important that that I know, I'm familiar with what he's doing, familiar with how we do our training regimen, and preparing him for competition, and to make sure that he would be in the best position to reach his full potential at this level.
But have you the ability to psych him up and everything?
Well, that is not my profession, but the
Bahamas should have somebody, eh?
I would agree with that. I would agree.
We've been talking about this forever and ever, amen. I ain't saying nothing about it anymore.
I would agree. The psychological part, it's important. We oftentimes take that for granted, and there are a lot of people when you get to these competition who, while they might be physically ready, they oftentimes are not mentally prepared, and that plays an important role for an individual when he or she competes, any level.
I hear what you're saying. Now, I think I did mention something.
Alfie, while you look for that, I think another good question for persons who are out there listening, for Ken, how long did it take you to get here? Like, you want people to understand you. Coach Ednall has spoken about the persons and the coaches who've contributed to every sport, because each one of those is a different technique, a different skill, a different level of experience. You have to take from, and that's where, too, you speak to an athlete who's not selfish, because you have to be willing, and a coach who's not selfish, because in order to get to where you are right now, heading to world championships, I'm sure each one of those persons who would have given some of their experience to you brought you to where you are. But I think it's important for our listeners to understand maybe how long, what was the process, you would say, when did Ken realize, I'm a world champion, I could be a professional in this sport. 10 sports over 2-3
events,
days,
yeah.
sometimes 10 events.
Over 2 days.
Yeah, it's grueling.
Morning
So-
and afternoon. eh?
Exactly. So tell us about it.
Now that I think about it, I may have started the decathlon, 2017?
Yeah, around that time.
But I didn't realize that I could achieve something like that, like great into this like professional level, until I broke the national record when Shawnee and Michael Weber was there, and they was congratulating me, and it really feel like something big. Because even though it was the national record at the time at the University of Miami, it didn't really click how big
Great
that
it
achievement was until Shawnee and Michael Weber and Sean Miller came up to me and was like, congratulations. That's when it clicking like, oh yeah, I could do this.
Yes,
This
yes.
real.
Let me ask you about this. Have you been, how do you call it, by Shawnee's husband? He was a medalist in Doha,
Yeah, in 2019.
2019. Does he inspire you?
Oh, he inspires me a lot, especially how he's not the best sprinter. And for someone, because in the decathlon, the sprinting gives the most points. And for someone who isn't the best sprinter to still achieve a medal at the world stage,
Yes.
that motivates me to just be able to know that I could do it as well. And he also communicates with me and give me advice here and there to let me know what to do and what better to do to get more out of these events, and how to rest or what to eat, So he does a lot for me. He really helps me out and helped me improve a lot.
Alpheus, the irony in that is, hey, we have our champion, a 400-meter champion, a 200-meter champion, who's married to a decathlete, brings him
Hey, that's
home,
America.
and now we have one going to compete
Of
against
course,
him.
of course.
So that's
Of course.
excellent, though.
amazing.
Excellent.
So I want to go to another part. The team, not the coaches, the team that we have, what you see in your mind is possible. I've seen in the chat group, it got me upset at times about all the people who have done, so well on this and the next thing. Give us about the Bahamian side first, and then the competition that we have around the world.
Well, this team with the Bahamas selected to go to Worlds, I feel like we have a lot of athletes who have the potential to make the finals. And once you make the finals, anything can happen in the finals. So,
Do you see anyone winning or medaling? I hear you say
well, of
top
course,
8,
Shawnee.
I know.
Oh, you got me.
Shawnee and Steven Gardner is always a goal in my head. It's always a goal in my head. But I mean, like the Terrence Jones and the Devin Charlton, Samson, Laquan. I feel like, especially in long jump, I don't think people understand how tricky long jump is. Anything could happen in long jump. You might have one jumper might have a little bit of positive wind. Someone might have a slight headwind. The approach might be off. If Laquan is on that day, he could even sneak a medal for the Bombers.
Well, I had the opportunity of seeing, I think, the Jamaican winning the long jump in Doha.
Gail, is his name? Gail?
No, I can't remember. Maybe Gail.
Gail.
But I'm saying for a Jamaican to win, that is something else. Jamaicans have all kinds of people, but the field events are great. But the long event, the long jump is. I had the opportunity to see an event where the Cubans were there and all of that, and then The U.S. fella came in second and down the line. But what I'm saying is that there was some good competition. So when they're talking about our man here, the long jumper from Laquan, I think he should have the opportunity to get to the second round.
Oh, well, of course. I believe Laquan is going to achieve something special. I believe in Laquan. That's my boy.
So I want to put him on the spot. You know, you talk about all his other teammates, but as your coach, I want to know what you think. What's your expectation of Ken Mullings in this decathlon? This is a first for you. I mean, you know, we have about 16 to 24 competitors. Where do you see yourself at this World Championship?
Well, I see myself. That's a tough one because the decathlon is 10 events. Even though I know I'm ready to compete.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm going to achieve something great. There's something inside me just ready to show out. So I feel like going out there, once I execute, some big points can happen. Coach been training me hard. My coach right here. He's been training me hard. We've been doing some great things in practice. My 1,500 meter time has been improving. I still want more though, so I can push harder these next 2 weeks before the decathlon. But I feel like points-wise, I don't want to put a number out there, but points-wise, I feel like I'm going to surprise a lot of people.
Okay.
Awesome.
Fair enough.
What else you have? I think Edric. Edric is on
Yes.
your page.
Edric, can you give us your thoughts?
Is that Poitier? Is that the Oh, that's my boy, man. Tell him that's Poitier from St. Aug, my boy, volleyball coach.
He knows you well. Yeah.
Tell him I said congratulations.
Well, congratulations, Edric. But he's also saying that he knows your coaching was in his good coaching was in your future, and then he gives a long little summation about you. And you're the great George Williams, one of his athletes. So
My boy.
Oh, you talking?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about me? Okay, yeah, because I know that's my bro.
Exactly.
Okay, tell him thanks.
Right, he's bigging you
Yeah,
up.
we come from
Right.
St. Aug, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Exactly. And then Shervin Stewart also is there, saying that this is a first, you know.
Thank you,
with
Shervin.
the Haven track and field history. Congratulations to you.
Yes.
Ken.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
so definitely, I think this is awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome, like you say, a first for us
And,
ever
and
in
really,
history.
when I thought about it, I just thought about this last night, right? I said, you know, when you have a race, you have one round of the heats, and if they make it to the heats, they go to the semifinals, and they go to the finals if they make the finals. Ken Mullings is going to get a lot of TV time because he has
Yes, 10 events.
10 events.
That's
Yes,
right.
yes.
And each
Yes,
event,
yes.
particularly with the jumps, where they have
Yes.
3 jumps. So he's going to be on TV quite a number of time for those 2 days. So the pressure's going to be on. So he's going to need to be at his best. So
Of course.
definitely.
I asked him on our way up, you know, where does he see himself in? So I asked, give me an idea. Your question, give me an idea.
yes.
You know, where you fit
I want
into,
to know
right,
what
where
he's
you
thinking.
fit into
Yeah.
the competitors. And he said he's up there. He said he's
Okay,
so definitely.
okay.
And he sees himself in the middle. To me, again, that's your benchmark. So you see yourself in the middle, so you know your competitors. I asked him also if he knows the competitors.
Yes.
And that's, I think, is
Is-
good.
yeah.
In a decathlon competition,
Yep.
you need to know your competitors. And so he's spoken it right here on 96.9.
Now,
Greatness.
ladies and gentlemen all around the world, and especially those who can call in to Guardian Radio, let's talk about what we think, okay, will be happening in Eugene, Oregon. And the numbers to call are 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4219, and the text line is none other than 422-4796. Now, I know we say it so quickly, we tend to forget. I want you to talk about the Bahamian team, okay? We're talking about 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, and the text line powered by BDC is 422-4796. So you'll have heard the questions. For you to say something about our team. How many? We only have one more opportunity to talk about our team before going to Eugene, Oregon. Is that correct?
Yeah, they leave. When do you guys leave?
On the 12th.
The 12th,
Tuesday,
yes,
you know, you have to get acclimatized to the new atmosphere, adjust. These athletes have to, you know, prepare themselves for competition that begins, I think, on the 15th.
Is Independence on the 12th? I'm just wondering.
Our independence.
Our independence. We ain't talking about it.
Celebrating it. On
No,
the-
not that. Not that.
What's that?
I'm asking you if you will be here when we have independence, or you will be in Eugene.
I come back. I leave in on the 12th and come back on the.
Yeah, so he'll be here for the 11th, Alpheus. Yeah, he'll be here for independence.
The 11th is independence in the 11th.
What are you talking about?
I am asking about.
So which one? The
I-
celebration?
The 12th is Tuesday. The 11th is
Well,
Monday.
Well, the
which is a holiday.
Tuesday is the holiday. So when are you? What day is today? The 5th.
Yeah.
So when is Independence?
On Sunday, the 10th.
Oh, okay, good enough.
And the holiday is on Monday, the 11th.
Yeah,
celebrating on the
so
11th.
when are you going to Eugene, Oregon?
He said on the
Oh, he's
12th.
going
On the 12th.
He said Tuesday, on the 12th. He
Well,
said that.
okay. So Independence would be the day before or
Yeah,
whatever
we're
it is.
celebrating
Celebrating
on
the
the
day
11th,
before.
but it's on, you know, July 10th, but we're celebrating on the 11th. So he'll be
Let's
here.
leave that alone.
He'll be here to, he'll be here to celebrate with us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but let's
if
leave.
that's what you're asking.
Let's
Yeah.
leave that. I'm a numbers man, but let's leave that alone, and let's see if we can find some people who can ask a question. It's an opportunity to ask that question you want to know. You're not going to be people on television and the Bahamians are asking, "Hey, we didn't know this, we didn't know that," and all that kind of thing.
Well, for me, I'm excited about Stephen Gardner. You know, he's defending. He's going now down there to defend his title. He's the 2019 world champion in the 400 meters. So he has to defend his title. This would be a first for us if he was able to defend his title. You know, our last 400 meter champion was Abad Monka, which would have
Yeah,
been.
but please remember, not Tokyo, where he won. He won the.
He won world championship.
Well,
when
that's
was
what
that?
I'm saying is the world
2001.
championships, yes.
I can't remember what that was, but I
It's
know
World
Vard
in
and then-
Doha.
Was that Doha? Yeah, when those Vard
As
would
I
have
could
won.
remember
I
it.
could remember that. Yeah.
I
So
could
Stephen won 2019. He of course, you know, because of the pandemic, it's been pushed back to 2022.
Yeah.
But he's the defending champion. I see you have somebody online.
Yes. My brother or my sister, what are your thoughts? This is Alpheus Finlayson.
Yes, hello, Mr. Hawkins and your guest in studio. So they having a mixed relay too in Oregon?
Yes.
Oh, so who's the team made up of?
Well, the team isn't comprised as yet, but they're carrying the persons that already complement some of the events from the 1 straight up to the 4, with additional persons hopefully to run the rounds. And for the females, for the most part, it's persons like Janisha, Janae Ambrose, Megan Moss, and Anthony. I think has
Anthony
offered.
Strong,
Yeah, Anthony
yes.
has also offered to run a leg. So I think what they're trying to do is just use the complement of females that make up some of the sprints and the longer events for the team. And they're doing the same thing similarly for the men, correct?
But remember now, what is that event that he just asked about?
The mixed relay,
Mixed,
2
the
males,
mixed,
2 females.
relay.
2 females for the.
That's
four,
it is, yeah.
4x4.
So, but we have the people who could go in for that.
That's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
they
saying.
but
You-
they'll be running the persons. I mean, the strongest persons, and I mean it's only understood. The strongest persons would be a Shawnee Miller, who's running the 400,
Okay.
the open 400, and Stevie, who's running the open male. So we can't. I don't think we expect that they will run around.
Okay.
Right. So unless they can say that they're fit
Fit
enough to
enough,
try,
yeah.
correct. Right. We would always want it, but at the same time, warranting that, again, as Coach Admiral has shared, he and Shawnee, are two of the best in the 400 meters. So we
Well,
don't want them to
definitely.
compromise their individual status.
No. Yeah.
We want to be greedy, and we would love to be selfish, of
Ain't
course.
nothing wrong with
but
that.
of course, but
Definitely.
yeah. So we hope that the young ladies and young men that they have gathered
I
together.
hope they could get through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
So
then we
then
can
they'll
be
be
in
there
that final.
ready to go.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want to be running all them rounds, and they have their individual.
Of course.
Right.
But let me.
Well, that's why you have the alternates for the relay. You depend on your alternates to to step up and get your team through the rounds. In the event that Stevie and Shanae may have a final on that day or the day before, we want to make sure that for the most
so
part
Shani is
they
doing
can.
the 2 and the 4.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
scheduled on this to run both 4 and 200 meters. She is a
And
qualified for both events.
Stevie, or he just doing the 4?
Stevie's just he's going to defend his 400 meter title, so he's going
Okay,
going for the 400. Yeah.
So let me say something. Go ahead.
Bar no injury, I don't see no reason why both of them will not medal.
And the individual?
It can be a gap because
We totally
they're being
agree.
running superb. And like I said, by no injury, no sickness or anything like that,
Yeah.
they should be able to win their individual races.
Of course.
So can anybody
Let's
tell
just
me?
pray.
Excuse me. Can
Yeah.
anybody tell me the best ever world championships that we had for the Bahamas?
I would say 2001.
I can't. Okay, thank
What happened in 2001?
2001, Avar would have won the 400 meters. They would have got silver in the 4x4.
Donna.
Debbie would have
Donna was 2007.
got silver, I think, in the 200 meters, if I'm not mistaken.
Debbie, yeah.
Debbie Ferguson would have got
Debbie
silver.
Ferguson
Would have got silver.
listen here.
I know my
Excuse me. Debbie Ferguson was running against that young lady from
Campbell, I think.
No, not Campbell.
No, she was in Southern.
Just I'm talking about you know about the Golden Girls.
Yeah, I was in
Okay.
that era. I was
So yeah,
running
but
in that era.
so Debbie was one who ran against the lady who
Marion Jones?
Marion
Okay.
Jones.
Yeah, Marion Jones. Yeah, that's right. But she got silver behind
Yeah,
Marion
she
Jones
got
in the-
silver. That's
If
what
you'd
I'm
like to
saying.
make a call, please
But all I am saying is that if you could look and look,
Mm-hmm.
and I have done that.
So there's 2001, am I
That
correct?
is, it's our best
Is it-
team.
am I correct?
Yes, but I
Okay.
say,
Okay, I just want to
I'm
make
saying
sure.
that, Avad.
Okay.
But I am saying even Chandra
Sandra
ran.
medal that year?
Yes,
Oh, yes, that's correct.
everybody
Third,
forgets.
she got bronze.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
everybody
yes, yeah,
forget.
yeah, I forgot
So
about
what
that.
I'm saying is that 10 years ago or something like that, we're gonna do
20 years.
better.
21 years ago.
21.
But
okay.
now I see this team being one of the best since 2001.
I agree.
I really see this team.
And of course, because we now have another decathlete,
Yes,
not
definitely.
another,
Yes,
the
yes.
first,
Yes.
of course. So history in the making.
So,
Well,
go
everybody
ahead.
knows that the mixed relay is new. It's new to the World Championship. I think we would have first won the mixed relay
Right here,
when we had
2017.
2017 when we had the.
I was the team manager. on that
Well, you
time.
could remember that.
So
I mean, that was the
remember that.
last event, and boy,
we
that
had
was
here.
that was
It
an
was
exciting
sweet.
one.
It was
and that
sweet.
was it comprised of course, Michael Matthew, Anthony
Gardner.
Strawn, Stephen Gardner,
And
and
Shawnee.
Shawnee, and
Yeah.
three of those persons are
Yes.
actually going to World Championship beside
Michael.
Michael Matthew.
Correct.
We would have
Still in
won.
the
We,
mix.
we would have, of course, the cowbells was ringing and the drums were
Oh, yes.
beating.
It
But
was
boy,
crazy.
that
It
was
was
that was a
crazy.
moment. So I'm looking for a moment like that again at
And
this
that was
World
the
Championship.
first time.
And that was the first time.
First time the mixed relay was
Yeah,
ran.
so that
Right.
is history in
Right.
itself. We would have won the
Yeah.
first. We had the record at the time, and now it has really progressed. we're ranked. We're going in ranked 16. But you know, like any other thing, you could go in as the underdog and become a medalist or even a winner.
Indeed.
So it's exciting.
Anytime in a relay.
Yep.
Anytime.
Yep.
Well, I just want to mention just a couple of birthdays. And one is my good cousin, Parika Placaris. She is. And I just also want to indicate that Bishop Falman Heaven, he just passed. He just passed. I can remember, he worked at Royal Bank. And those days, Royal Bank hardly had any black people. Marlo Butler had to go in the Royal Bank and say, you better change this bank. Marlo them always had plenty of money, and they have plenty of money now. So what I'm saying is that I saw Bishop Hebron at Royal Bank in Palmdale the same day that his wife had died. Wow. Ain't that something else? Ain't that something else? So I feel for him. I feel
to his family.
Yeah, to his family. Yes.
Herburn family.
So the question. Oh, I forgot Beryl Fox. Beryl Fox, and Carlo D'Angeli, and he's 55. Beryl is my client, and she is out of Long Island. And Carlo D'Angeli is on the 6th. He, as I can remember, the person from big time person, and he talked about the gold that we were going to get gold. And right now, in the Bahamas, it looks as that the gold ain't there. You know what I'm talking about. The gold that they got for winning.
Right, for Worlds?
And in Sydney.
Sydney. Oh,
Yes.
Sydney. You got to say what year you
No,
talking
in
about?
Sydney. I
Okay.
think everybody know that, eh?
Yeah, of course.
In Sydney,
Yeah.
yes.
I just want to know which gold we got.
But it
We got
did,
a lot of golds.
but it did not happen. They didn't get any gold. They got property, and they couldn't even go on the property.
What are we talking about, the Golden Girls or the Knights?
The Golden Girls.
Golden Girls, Sydney.
Not the
Yeah,
Knights.
Sydney. Yeah.
Not the Knights.
They would have won the
Yes.
4x1.
Yes.
Yes.
So I just want to say that we have to give our condolences to Laura.
Yeah, Miss Shelton, yes,
Shelton,
indeed. And the
yes.
passing of her mother.
Yes. And we have to be as positive as possible.
Yeah, Miss Shelton and the family, yes.
Maybe that would be the spark that, that does something.
Yeah.
Any other comments or questions?
For Ken, I mean, we wish you the best, of course, and we are very proud to have our first decathlete named to such a very, great big team, because this isn't just Carifta. Carifta is big for junior athletes, you know what I mean? But this is like the top of the world, the best in the world, all going to show up. Believe me, and I know when I talk to my friends, a lot of them who are still in sports, who are either coaching all over the world, world championships in Eugene. They're talking about Eugene.
Never happened
like this
before.
is the biggest thing.
And I don't
in
think
the
it got.
world.
I don't think it got happen in the next 20 years.
Right, and that is the thing. So to be there alone, we're very proud to have you representing Team Bahamas, and to all of our Bahamian athletes. We wish all of you the best, and definitely just go for the gold.
Right.
Hold nothing back, leave it all out there.
Of course.
Leave it all out there.
Well, one thing I want to say, we talked about the psychology and everything else. I don't see what the problem is for the B3As to get somebody who does that.
With time,
What's the
with
problem?
time, I think with
But
time.
let me say this. You know how long I've been working with a lady, the same one who was in the finals in Rio. You know how long I've been working with her? So all
Which lady we talking about?
Listen, please. The hurdler. Listen to me, please. You know the hurdler did was in the finals, and she was, I can't remember,
talking
0.64. Not who?
Who's that? Pedria.
Fine.
Petrea, yes.
Okay, because you had Devin Charlton in the.
Right.
the
Yeah, I
finals
know
last
that.
year.
I know, but all I am saying is,
But Pedria has removed herself from
no,
the
I
sport now.
understand that.
Okay,
I
okay.
am asking, Lord,
Oh, I
help me.
understand. I hear.
Lord, help me. Can the B3As get somebody who can do that?
Well, I think what Alpherson is talking about, because Pedria.
Forget
saying-
Pedrea.
Okay, but I mean, it's because she's one of those who would have competed at the Olympics last
Yes,
year,
yes.
and I think she still had a bright
She
future.
never
And
made the
for
world
whatever reason, I
championships.
don't know, she's taking this year off. I
She's
can't
going
say
to-
if
No,
it's-
she's
to work.
no. Well, what
She-
she's done is she was doing her masters.
Yeah.
Right.
And so she said she's going to remove herself from the sport.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
what she's done. So she did that willingly, removed herself from.
Okay, so
road-
it's
she
nothing
rode- No, it's
psychological,
nothing.
it's
Nothing
nothing
psychological.
different.
No.
Yeah.
No. And,
Okay,
and,
so-
and in defense of the B3As, I want to say that I know that they have started engaging therapists and all of the stuff that to deal with the mental part of the sport, Alfie.
Yeah, because it
they
is
did
important.
it for
But
Carifta.
I want to
For
see it.
Carif- Well,
I
they
say
did it.
I want to see it.
Well,
We
you-
talk about Carifta,
Okay,
and
you-
it was momentarily.
No, sir. I was there. I was at the sports
So how
center.
long?
They were there for an hour. They
What-
had
what is an hour?
No, don't get me wrong. You have to start somewhere, Alpheus, and you just said that.
Forgive me, please.
So
Forgive me.
just
I
saying-
follow these people doing these things. I say,
Okay.
please forgive me.
Okay,
enough,
so
fair
you're
enough.
forgiven. So what we're saying simply is the B3As has engaged persons. So obviously they're thinking in that manner. They're thinking they're trying to implement it because it is something that most professional athletes use. That's a part of their regimen.
And we have a Bahamian. We have a Bahamian in the United States.
We have Bahamians here.
Yeah, but anyhow,
We have
and
Bahamians
let
here
me
in
forget
the-
that then.
in
I
the
won't say
same
anything
training.
anymore. Okay. I want to see the results and give me the names of those people, the Bahamians who are here. Thank you very much.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I've been in sports forever and ever. You can tell me I don't know what I'm talking about?
No one said
Okay.
No, we're not saying
Just show me
that.
the people. Somebody is on.
I like a name though. Therapist.
Kermit. Hello. Could you give us your final thoughts, please?
Yes, I'd like to say congratulations to the team, and I hope them, hope the best for them, right? Especially the homegrown athletes, And
That's what we're all about.
Right. You see, and I wish I could have gotten earlier, to get you guys feedback on what you think we need to do to improve track and field in the Bahamas. I feel that we need to get back to the days when we had more competitive track in the schools. It seems like the private school, only Queens College and St. Augustine's are competitive. I don't know, last year was kind of a break, right, or the last two. And, we need to get back to where the government schools are strong. I think when they are strong, our national teams are stronger. And we need to get the former athletes in the game. They need to be paid. They need to be professional coaches in the Bahamas. We need to bring some coaches home, or some of our former athletes need to become coaches. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Eli.
Final thoughts. The time is going. What time is it?
7:26.
7:26.
7:26. So we got four minutes. Okay. So what are you going to do in Eugene other than the competition? When you go to a new place? Well, I'm sure the team, they give you places you'd like to see.
Yeah, I mean, always when we travel, I want to, if time permits, to
Time always permits.
well, not oftentimes. I mean,
I'm not talking your competition. I'm talking about it ain't like Carifta,
no, I know.
You have
this
plenty
is-
time.
Yeah, I know this is it, but
To
my
visit,
focus and is business first to make sure that this guy is prepared.
And then you have to
I want
relax
when
yourself,
history is written that he would have for this first one, he would have at the least for me, finishing the top 8. No, that's my goal for Ken Mullings. Now, he has his goals, and but definitely to be in the top 8. I know that he has the potential to do it, and I'm going to ensure that he's in the best position to be able to reach that full potential.
You have an answer you said to the gentleman?
Oh yeah, he asked a question about how to get track and field more competitive for the high schools.
What you feel we need to do? Or what's
I feel like if we would inform the young athletes in schools more, like when I say inform them, I mean like educate them better on what to do or how to do things, or at least let them know more about the event so they could actually love it more, to actually seek more. Because I know I used to seek a lot of information in high jump and track and field because of my coach, my first coach in Turks and Caicos. When we had our PE class, we had like a track and field session where he was showing us the world champs and the Olympic videos where people would actually make us love it, make us find some love for it. And that's what helped me to seek more information about it. And I feel like if we do that more for the young athletes and let them know what it could do for them.
With videos and all of that.
Exactly.
Agreed, yes.
And encourage
Makes a
them to
difference.
keep the
Encourage them.
grades, because grades are
Grades,
very
yes,
important.
it's important.
And get
That's-
into
You
the
can't go
schools.
far.
You have to get the grades. You have to keep that
That is
balance.
most important. That is
yes.
most important
And
than the
Alfie,
grades,
you
so-
talk about the mental aspect of it. I think that is another aspect that the Federation and all coaches who, are contributing to our younger athletes need to plant seed. They
Well-
need to plant seed, plant tutoring of some sort to keep our athletes at a level of academics with the balance of the track and field, or so that when it's time for them to go to college, they're ready.
Ready.
They're ready
Yes,
on
that
both
is-
ends.
Yeah, that is important. You're a student first.
Especially if they learn that from young. If they learn that from young, knowing the value of the education and how far sports can take you, I feel like they would push more from a young age.
And definitely, like the caller said, getting some of particularly the government schools up to speed. When I taught in the high school and in the government school system, where we first identified those athletes. Well, I would be pretty much scouting while I'm teaching and doing PE in those PE classes. Now, for me, I was someone who was certified and know how to search for talent. So I think the key would be making sure that our coaches are educated to be able to seek, potential and to be able to direct that student towards if they're maybe a good thrower, or they maybe you see them a good jumper, could run long distance, or all these things as it relates to track and field.
Yep.
And want to say something?
I know we're running out of time, but I would
Yeah.
just love to plug in. What I think is helping a lot of our athletes now too is the encouragement of a lot of coaches and clubs now
right.
going away.
Yeah.
Taking these athletes to collegiate meet.
Yeah, getting
and
exposure.
Excuse me,
them hungry.
excuse me. There's something I want
know
to
we're
say to
getting
Clement. We have to give our sincere
Thank you.
Clement. His father passed, I guess, in the last week or so. I try to look in the paper every time, but you miss some because if you don't with somebody else. And
Heartfelt condolences.
heartfelt condolences, Clement.
Thank you for
And,
having us, Finlayson.
we will have another great show next week. And this really was great. So we also have to take a photo because that don't happen too many times. That photo we have to pay for that photo. Thank you ever so much. And all the people who will listen and watching and everything else. Thanks a million.